Okay. We should be feeling this vibration, right?
Yes.
What does it feel like?
That's what I was trying to go over there, so I blocked the video.
We can just look at the screen.
How you doing, Jerry?
Hi, hon. Good. She's doing really
You're doing okay? You look like you're doing great.
Yeah, really good.
I did bring my iPod. Do you want to listen to music or are you okay? Okay, so explain this figure for now. What are you turning down? So what seems to be more, the higher you go with the vibration, is that when it's more uncomfortable or is that
now you're
just
going to start seeing the
limitation?
fat through here, Drew.
It can be more
It's almost there.
uncomfortable. If the vibration is on very high, it can be uncomfortable.
Okay.
It also emulsifies the fat more, so you want to go as high as you can go.
Okay.
All the Mexican food.
And you don't want to go past 4. So what is the
That's so much pizza.
turnover over there?
I really fall my face.
Good.
What's that?
A little more? That's good. Okay, turn it on.
A brachio and an inner biceps, and Linda Derby.
Okay.
But all the block types of Friday is for that. Do you need all that crap? Because I just had a patient who walked in who wants the butt augmentation, so I'm sure not that way.
Oh my
Her
God.
or me?
You.
Oh,
Oh, no, oh, look at that.
Doing okay?
Yeah.
Good.
Ticklish on the side.
What?
Tickling her.
He's got in, it's going to be a different pitch, so it'll be higher when he hooks it in because he's got no resistance
How are you feeling right now?
So,
It actually feels better than the last time.
Good. That's good you didn't know.
So now he's sucking the fat out. All the tortillas. Tamales.
Oh no, I like
frijoles.
I love tortillas. I make them and I eat them. That's terrible.
Does the fat look the same as with this liposuction and the other liposuction?
This fat was paler because there's more tumescence mixed in with it.
Uh-huh.
The other lipo fat was a little more yellow.
Thicker, you would say too?
Thicker. It's thicker. This is also liquefied.
Okay, now we're going to talk about something the big doctor loves almost more than me, I think, because it doesn't talk back. What is it?
Tickle Lipo.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, this is a new type of liposuction that I think is going to really take over the country.
It's taken over Albuquerque so far.
Why? Because it's safe and it can be done in the office and it really doesn't hurt, so it doesn't require anesthesia.
So which saves you a bundle.
Saves a lot of money, and it
saves you downtime.
It's just as effective as regular lipo. You suck out, I've been sucking out just as much fat, and it's just amazing to me that as I'm doing it, the patients are talking and awake and making jokes.
Right.
And I'll explain why in just a second.
You have videos on.
For years, I have not gotten a laser lipo.
I've been I'm working my womanly ways to get this man to get any kind of newfangled type of lipo out there, and he's very conservative, and I know that, but despite that, I was like, come on, melt this, suck that, you know, and he just was like, no, there's not enough research.
It's the melting part that scared me.
Right.
Just because the at least the first few generations of the laser lipo machines, they had this unregulated energy source under the skin, and some burns were caused. Now the newer models are more regulated, but still, it's an energy source, and it just doesn't make sense to me. And this Tickle Lipo, which is actually called Nutational Infrasonic Liposculpture.
That's his word for foreplay, nutational. Okay, let's get it on.
Okay, nutational means the motion of a gyroscope. It's a nodding motion.
There we go. Okay.
So this nutational motion causes acoustic waves to go, and they emulsify the fat, so they liquefy the fat. So with traditional lipo, if you can see me on YouTube, you're really pushing hard on the cannulas.
You should see a plastic surgeon after they're done with real lipo.
Yeah,
these guys are sweating.
Sweat.
It's a major workout.
Right, and I have to change my scrubs afterwards.
Yeah.
And so what you're doing is you're sort of ripping out the fat with the cannulas.
You're not ripping it out, it's gentle. That's the whole point.
That's the old one.
Oh, the old one, right,
sorry. Lipo. The new lipo, this Tickle Lipo,
Tickle Lipo.
Laser lipo does this too, but I think it's safer with Tickle. It emulsifies the fat, it liquefies the fat, and so then you suck it out. And you can use a smaller cannula, a smaller tube, so the holes aren't so big, so the bruising isn't so bad. It's just great. There's very little downtime. So what it is, this motion of the liposuction, it causes a bombardment of vibrational signals to your brain. So your brain doesn't have any room for pain signals. It's called the gating theory. There's a gate at the entrance to the pain center of the brain, and the gate is flooded with these vibrational signals, which the brain says is tickling.
Wow.
And so you can see on the video, a lot of people...
It must be a weird feeling. Not a bad feeling, but just a strange feeling.
It is kind of strange.
Yeah.
And I like my patients to have a little Valium or just some, you have to be a little
sedated,
calm, because it can be annoying if you're not. But it's not painful. And what's great is that you can infiltrate. Anytime you do liposuction, you have to first infiltrate a solution called tumescent solution. Tumescent means to make swollen. You have to put in tumescent solution to give you anesthesia.
On the spot.
Yeah, right in the spot that you're going to suck out the fat from. And in that solution also there's epinephrine or adrenaline, which causes a constriction of the blood vessels so you don't bleed. And so you don't have a lot of bruising. So anyway, putting in tumescent solution is really painful, and that's why people generally have to go to the operating room or get twilight anesthesia or something. But with this device, this nutational device, this Tickle Lipo...
Where's that word again?
Yeah, okay. You're putting in... when you're putting the tumescent solution, it doesn't hurt. And then you just use the same system to suck out the fat. It's really,
I wish
really
I could
cool.
attest to all this. I'm sure it's true. He's done it on Jerry, his office manager, and she's as open as I am about all her surgeries.
So we've done a lot of patients, and just everybody walks out. Most people go back to work the next day, or if they don't go back to work, it's usually because I don't stitch up the holes that I use, the little tiny holes, and so you actually leak out for about a day. You're not leaking out fat, you're leaking out the tumescent solution that I put in, and so that's uncomfortable for some people at work.
Like me, I would do it on a Thursday and stay home Friday and the weekend, just for comfort reasons.
Right. Or Friday, and then you're
right,
back on
exactly.
Monday. It's really, and everybody that we've called the next day, even if we've taken out at least 3 liters of fat from 7 different places, they're like, oh, we're fine, didn't need the pain medicine.
Isn't that great?
So I'm very happy about this. The biggest thing, really, the biggest thing is that it's safe. It can't cause a burn. It's safe, that's the number one thing. And the number 2 thing is it doesn't really take a big chunk of time out of your life. So, economically, it kind of works, at least for New Mexico, where people need to get back to work.
State in this nation.
It's true.
Yeah.
I think,
it doesn't cost you a lot, so there's not a large outlay of cash, and then you don't have a large amount of downtime.
A device that was invented about 7 or 8 years ago in Belgium, and there are about 1,600 machines in the world that are being used. Europe has a big experience with it. And here's another cool thing. A hot topic these days is fat transfer. And I've been sort of holding off on fat transfer for a while, but I'm starting to get back into it because the fat that comes out of this Tickle Lipo is emulsified, so it's liquefied. It's not heated, so the stem cells are not burned in it, and so I think it's probably going to last longer. When I need to wrap things up, thanks for
He
listening.
loves this topic, Tickle
I want to
Lipo.
thank our sponsors, Suniva Medical, makers of Artifil.
Yes.
And we will, if you need to find out anything, DanielRonellMD.com.
On Facebook,
We're on
website,
Facebook, we're on Twitter.
YouTube, Twitter.
Yes.
I don't know what he tweets about, but whatever. How
Okay.
exciting is a doctor's life? I mean, really. Talking out the fat now.
We tweet promotions.
Oh, do
That's
you?
why they
Okay,
should do
I
it.
don't
Yeah.
watch
Yeah,
Get the promotions because he has sales and stuff and information and discounts that only go on Facebook and Twitter.
Right.
So get that. Get to
Okay.
it.
Yes, see you next week.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for tolerating us.
How's that?
Is that good? You know.
Okay, good. That was perfect.